Hello, thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Spiritual Scientist. I'm Victor. Thanks for checking me out. So, today I'm going to be just talking a little bit on my commute on the way to work. What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life is a very good question, age-old question, and people have been talking about this for many years. So when we think of these words, you look further with further introspection, you look at the question itself, meaning. What is the meaning of life? Where is meaning? What is meaning is, to break it down, is your perception and reasoning of an event, and the event is that your existence is in the present of now. You're existing now in this moment. So when you think about what is the meaning of life, your meaning in your existence, your reasoning ability is all predicated upon your perceptional values. Now, within my channel itself here, I talk about perceptional values and reasoning, and how you could look at certain things and certain objects and see it, but not see it. So, what is it that people are, missing? You're seeing, for instance, a slice of something. Like when you see like that old Carl Sagan's video where he talks about higher dimensional values and an apple passing through a two-dimensional brain, and you see that two-dimensional brain, but for the people in 2D world, they see that slice, but from a 3D perspective, it's an apple that's moving. So when we see certain things or certain changes, we're seeing the edge of the apple, but for a lot of us, we're not seeing the entire apple. Now, for a lot of things I mention on my channel, I talk about the whole apple, and unfortunately, it goes over people's heads quite frequently, and they don't understand what I'm saying when I talk in whole apple terms. So I'm going to try to break it down into slices of apples, and that's what I'm going to be doing, is the apple slices. And it's very interesting that Carl Sagan used an apple, and yet in Adam and Eve in the Bible about the apple as well, isn't it? So that was the fruit from the tree of knowledge, is the apple. It's all very interesting. But with that said, I've been thinking a lot about being persecuted and who's persecuting who and what does that mean. So we're in a middle, if I say this, it seems to be true, but it's just a thing to say, is a cancel culture where people are attacking other people for their thoughts and their ideas all the time. Instead of, attacking other people for their ideas, what if we tried to love them for their different ideas? What if we, and I just know that sounds trite, and what I'm saying is that, and I've said this many times, everybody has a a knee-jerk reaction. It's either positive, negative, black, white. You know, if I say one thing, your mind automatically goes to the opposite thing. It's very interesting how this phenomena, you know, occurs. So we try to balance ourselves out. You know, we try to say, well, that's not true. What if somebody does this? And what if they're saying that, you know, I understand. What I'm saying is, for our purposes, instead of hating other people, you know, what if we try to pray for them and love them like Jesus said? So when people like attack you, what if we pray for them and wish them well? I mean, that's how a higher spiritual being would act, wouldn't it? Anybody could pray for your friends and colleagues. Well, what if you ended up sending blessings and prayers to evil people? Well, what if they ended up not being so evil because of that? You know, wouldn't that be great? You know, there's some horrible things happening, they say, in China, where the Uyghurs, they're raping all these women and killing them, and the men as well are being attacked, and it's horrible. I don't like to forget about North Korea and how they have those concentration camps with hundreds of thousands of people for 3 generations stuck in these concentration camps that you don't hear about in the media. Who's praying for them? You know, who's praying for those people? Everybody's praying for themselves. Oh, I want to be rich. I want this. I want that. You know, it's unfortunate that everybody sees this small piece of the pie, that small piece of the apple, but we're not looking at the, you know, the bigger picture. You know, I talked a lot about the Mars project on my channel before. I go back and delete it because it's just too big an apple for people to perceive. So I end up going back and deleting it. But it's happening now. The Mars project is on track, and it's exciting. And if you haven't watched all my videos when I post them, it won't make sense to you. If I talk about a whole apple, like the Fukushima, like I said in my video, that you will see, I know how things work. I said you will see something happen with Fukushima. Pay attention. And then I believe it was about a week later, we have a 7.1 earthquake, and then there's a Mandela effect about the name Fukushima. If I say rice whale is a Mandela effect, and this is a big miracle for a sign to continue with the sign of Noah, and then it's rice's whale subsequently after that, after I posted it, you know, people aren't paying attention. If you see that I'm a smart person and I researched it and then I posted about it and I invited people to look up the rice whale, and then for a month, weeks, nobody mentions that it's now changed to the rice's whale, apostrophe S, but then it changed and I get attacked on my channel, which is fine. I understand. And people are saying, oh, it can't be a Mandela effect because I Googled it. It makes you laugh because you're seeing, you know, a slice of the apple. When I predicted these things, and I talk about these things before they occur. That's what I'm talking about. Perceiving part of the apple in the whole apple. Well, I hope this helped out a little bit. And love those who persecute you. Send them blessings. Send them healings. You know, I'm trying to stay positive all the time. My Facebook page, I'm about to be, they said, banned for my posts, which is quite amazing, because I literally just post about make people laugh and spiritual topics, and I am now super, I guess, so edgy that the cancel culture can't stand me anymore. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. I love you all. Blessings to everybody, and let's try to make it a better world out there by your actions, and together we could change everything. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.